Hey guys, and welcome to this short video I'm making, where I'm going to be going over my UI in World of Warcraft Classic. I'm making this video because someone asked me to go over my UI, and because I personally really like my UI. I think it shows everything that I need without overclocking my screen, which I personally think a lot of other UIs do. So before we get into the video, I'm gonna quickly point out that there's gonna be a link to a pastebin in the description with all of the CurseForge links to these add-ons. If you do not know how to install add-ons, I will not be going over that right now, but you can easily Google it and find a helpful tutorial somewhere else. If you do go on to find this video in any way interesting or useful, please consider subscribing and liking. First of all, it's free. You can always change your mind later, and it helps me out a bunch, so thanks a ton. And let's get into the video. First thing you might notice is that I am using the Blizzard UI. I personally like it. It just fits the game for me and the visual that I want. I've used the very boxy UIs back in the day, but I never really got into them. I'm not the biggest fan of them, so this is what I've settled on. So to begin with, probably the most noticeable one is that my bars are black, everything is dark, and that is due to an add-on called Lordy UI, which that's essentially the only thing it does. You can do other stuff in the UI, like hide hotkeys and stuff, but I personally only use it for the black bars. I just like this because they aren't very intrusive. They don't like block visuals or anything, and they don't make the bars pop out as much as the normal Blizzard color. So I prefer this personally. Secondly, a big part of my UI is hiding these griffins that you would normally have on a Blizzard bar. I do this just because I don't personally want them there. I don't think they look incredibly good, and I think they take up too much space personally. So I use an add-on called Leatrix Plus, which does a lot of other things like automating quests and stuff. But specifically, if you go into frames and you go to hide griffins, it will hide these griffins, and that's what I personally do. You might also notice that I'm using an add-on called Trinket Menu, which essentially just shows my trinkets. I personally use it to see my cooldowns on my trinkets without having to have any other way of showing them. This is the easiest one for me and the most useful. You can also use it to swap your trinkets, but I don't personally use it for that yet. But I might in the future. And in case you were wondering, the reason I have my bars set up here, still in the top left but more centered, is so I can more easily see these bars and get the information I need without having them straight in the middle, which a lot of other people have. I don't think there's an issue with that. It's just not my personal preference. And same with my focus. Moving on from that, my cast bars is using an add-on called Quartz, which you might know. It just fits my visual style. I think you can customize it a lot, but with what I have, it fits my UI a lot, so that's why I use it. And it also has nice bars for target and focus with good visuals, so that's why I use it. If you want to know the settings, I'll quickly show them. Anything from pet and after I have disabled, and the player settings look like this. The target settings look like this, and my focus settings look like this. Another notable add-on that I use, which a lot of people might have a problem with, and this add-on fixes that in my opinion, is when you have a lot of add-ons, they usually clog up your minimap like all over the place, and sometimes you have to stack up the useless ones. There's an add-on called MBB or Minimap Bottom Bag that essentially just fixes that entire issue and puts it all into one button where you can press and it'll do this. Specifically, if you right click on it and put bottom, it'll go down, and I have it there just so it takes up the least amount of space. Another incredibly helpful add-on that I use is Leatrix Maps, which is just this. Instead of having a big bulky map where you can't see anything, it just compacts it down and you can move it around if you want, and it also gives coordinates and stuff. Very useful. One incredibly important add-on that I do want to point out quickly is an add-on called Spell Activation Overlay, which is essentially just a less intrusive weak aura add-on that just puts in mainly Wrath of the Lich King spell procs, where you would normally only see them as buffs up here, and they do a weak aura, shows you on the screen, and it makes your button glow, which is incredibly helpful. And incredibly nice visually as well. So I would definitely recommend this add-on. Not that it has much to do with UI, but I want to point it out since I don't see a lot of people use it. A quick last one would be my bag add-on. I use bag none. There's not really any reason for it. I just think it's the least intrusive bag add-on that I could find, while showing everything that I need to know. Yeah, so I think that basically covers my entire UI. I have a lot of add-ons that I use, but they don't necessarily change my UI. I would like to go over all of my add-ons in another video if there's any need for that. If anyone would like to see that, I will do that, so let me know in the comments. As a quick reminder, a link to all of these add-ons will be in a paste bin in my description, so you can go there and get these add-ons for yourself. And another quick reminder, please, if you watch this video, you probably find it interesting. If you did find it interesting or useful, please like and subscribe. You can always change your mind later, and it's free, and it helps me a ton. So thanks a lot for watching, and take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.